What if some mythical creatures were never myths at all? Ancient texts, carvings, and bones suggest something strange. Tonight, we're uncovering 7 mythical creatures backed by ancient evidence. And stay until the end, the final creature changes everything we think we know. Number 1. The dragon. Dragons appear in cultures all over the world. China, Europe, the Middle East, all describe massive reptile-like beasts. Ancient Chinese texts describe dragons with long bodies, claws, and horns. In Europe, dragon legends appeared after large fossil discoveries. But here's where it gets weird. People didn't know dinosaurs existed. When they found giant bones, dragons made sense. Some historians believe dragon myths came from dinosaur fossils, especially large theropod skulls found near ancient settlements. Number 2. The Kraken. The Kraken was said to be a sea monster so large it dragged ships underwater. Sailors feared it more than storms. For centuries, it sounded impossible, until scientists discovered the giant squid. Giant squids can reach over 40 feet long. They live deep in the ocean and attack prey with massive tentacles. But the story doesn't end there. Ancient sailors described exact details, suckers, eyes, and arms long before science confirmed them. Number 3. The Cyclops. The Cyclops was a one-eyed giant from Greek myth. Huge, violent, almost human. But ancient Greeks found strange skulls on islands, large skulls with one big hole in the center. That hole wasn't an eye, it was a nasal cavity from an extinct elephant species. But to ancient people, it looked like a giant eye socket, and suddenly the Cyclops made sense. Number 4. The Griffin. The griffin had the body of a lion and the head of an eagle. It guarded treasure in ancient stories. Nomads in Central Asia told these tales, right where Protoceratops fossils were later found. These fossils have 4 legs and a beak-like skull. When partially buried, they look exactly like griffins. But here's the strange part. These stories appeared centuries before paleontology existed. Number 5. The unicorn. Unicorns appear in ancient Persian, Greek, and Indian texts. Not magical, just rare and dangerous. Greek historians described a wild one-horned animal, fast, aggressive, real. Many scientists believe they were describing the Indian rhinoceros. Others point to an extinct animal called the elasmotherium, but the horn description matches almost perfectly. Straight, long, centered. Number 6. The mermaid. Mermaids were reported by sailors across centuries, always half human, half fish. Christopher Columbus even claimed to see one. But he noted something strange. It wasn't as beautiful as the stories. Scientists believe sailors saw manatees or dugongs. From a distance, their shape looks human, but exhaustion, darkness, and imagination filled in the rest, and the legend survived. Number 7. The giants. Ancient texts talk about giants walking the earth. The Bible, Greek myths, native legends. For years, people dismissed it, until oversized human skeletons were found. Some belonged to people with giantism. Others were misidentified ancient remains. But here's the unsettling part. Many discoveries were quietly reclassified or lost. Were giants myths, or were they rare humans history chose to forget? Maybe myths weren't lies. Maybe they were misunderstood truths. And some creatures may still be waiting to be rediscovered.